sound of power drills and the hammering of prosthetic bones permeate the air. Girls from area high schools armed with power tools used to cut through and remove bone, such as ball joints from the hip or a limb. Many of them using cutting instruments, while others are using tools by hand like a straight handsaw or one that is called a giggly saw.
Back to the stair click, just like that, and then you're good to go. And also make sure, have it run just to make sure it's straight.
So you don't want to try to cut on the sides, it's not going to cut.
As I watch anxious young girls in their Perry Initiative embroidered scrubs with medical laboratory goggles tightly fastened around their faces, they crowd around lab tables attentively listening to their instructors. Looks of shock and awe fill their faces as they embark on a life-changing experience.
The Perry Initiative is a nonprofit organization that goes around the country running day-long exposure programs for women to get them interested in the field of orthopedics, both from a medical perspective as orthopedic surgeons and as engineers who are building the devices that the surgeons are using.
That is Dr. Jenny Buckley, a mechanical engineer, adjunct professor at the University of Delaware, and co-founder of the Perry Initiative.
This is an incredibly interesting field, and there just aren't enough women in it. We believe that through mentoring and early exposure, we can increase the numbers of women and underrepresented groups in orthopedic surgery.
Located in the laboratory unit of the STAR campus at the University of Delaware, the Perry Initiative hosts a Perry Outreach program for young women in high school, a day-long event in which girls perform mock orthopedic surgeries and conduct biomechanical engineering experiments, while also hearing from women engineers and surgeons in the field, such as Dr. Mary McCullough.
The major thing is the misperceptions, and the thinking that you can't do this because you're a woman, or you're too small, or not strong enough, or you can't have a family and be a surgeon, and that's just absolutely false.
This was Dr. McCullough's first time speaking at the Perry Outreach Program. I watch as she conducts a workshop on microsurgery techniques, allowing the girls to suture chicken cutlets.
You can't pull it all the way through. You have to leave a little loose here, and then pass it through the skin closest to you.
With tiny retractors in each hand used to hold wounds open, the girls get a feel of open wound procedures. As they meticulously sew together the cutlet with needle and thread, one girl nonchalantly wipes the sweat from her forehead with a sigh of relief on her face.
So that little loop now is equivalent to your short neck over there.
McCullough says there are major limitations to pursuing these careers because there's a lack of exposure for these girls.
This program is really wonderful in exposing women to orthopedics, telling them what are some good things about it, just trying to understand how you get through, what's involved with the process, and what are some of the great things that you can do once you're actually through the training and into actually specializing, and how you can touch people's lives.
It starts down here. So you guys go ahead and hold on to this. So you guys don't want to control the camera, and you can take the camera off surgery, whatever way you're suggesting. But I want you guys to go ahead and do the I'm going to order you first. If it has a black mark, to go ahead and start doing surgery. So if you see black marks,
throughout the day, different workshops are in motion. As you hear the buzz of drills, the cranking of wires for a leg brace being fashioned, Charlotte Mendez, a program evaluator, silently moves around the room observing and diligently taking notes on a clipboard.
I think a lot of it has to do with representation, misrepresentation, or just insufficient representation. It's difficult for some people to believe they're capable of achieving things that they don't see happening in their neighborhood or in their family or even in their friend group. So if I never see anyone who looks like me in a position of power, it might be a little difficult to imagine that I could achieve that myself.
Winding down to the last hour of the program, Stacy Murphy, a high school sophomore participant, was eager to pull herself away and talk about her experience and her opinion of the Perry Initiative.
I'd say innovative because it's just such a new concept, putting real students from high school into different situations where they normally wouldn't receive it from just an internship. This program is so new, and that I really am grateful for the experience that I got because it actually helped me work with different parts of the body.
Through a commitment to inspiring young women to be leaders in the fields of orthopedic surgery and engineering, the Perry Initiative hopes to break barriers and challenge the stereotypes of these fields being male-dominated. The Perry Initiative advances their mission by holding hands-on outreach programs nationwide, reaching over 1,000 high school, college, and medical students. For WVUD News, I'm Ayanna Gill.